The Saturday Night Ride with DJ Epps.
It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud. Hey yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know. Yeah.
Yes, y'all. Saturday Night Ride. Yes, on LL Cool J, Rock the Bell Radio. It's your boy DJ Epps inside the SiriusXM studio in Miami, Florida, broadcasting live. And like I promised you, I'm bringing you hip hop in the building right about now. One of the greatest, you know what I mean? You know, let me tell you something. First of all, I just want to say I appreciate this guy coming through because he's not only a great artist, but he's a great friend. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to say, everybody, I want y'all to welcome Hakim Green from legendary Channel Live crew. All we do is spark Madism.
Madism. Peace, Epps. Yo, man. First of all, man, it's an honor, a privilege when you reached out and you gave me the invitation. And I'm like thinking, man, first of all, it's you, right? But it's LL Cool J, Rock the Bell, Saturday Night Ride.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, this is huge for me, man. I appreciate this so much, man. Thank you.
Nah, thank you, man. And I have to say, you know, I had lots of greats in this studio with me, you know what I mean? But you are the first legendary hip-hop artist to come rock with me.
Wow. So
You know
this is something special.
This is something special.
This is something special.
Not just for hip-hop, not just for LL, Rock the Bells, but for me.
Yo,
It's
salute.
special. How
Respect.
you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. A little older.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. You
Word
know,
up. And happy anniversary. You on your what, seventh anniversary?
Seventh anniversary. More importantly, happy anniversary.
Right,
Big shout out to
right,
Jasmine, my wife. She,
Big
you know.
shout to wife.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's right. Best believe. That's a great advice. That's right.
But what about us husbands, man?
Hey,
are
man.
we gonna ever be happy?
Yeah. Well, when wife is happy, we'll be happy. Peaceful.
Okay,
If
I like that
nothing
word,
else.
peaceful.
Peaceful. No doubt. Yeah.
Hakim Green in the building. Everybody, please subscribe, share, like, leave a comment. I appreciate that, man. This is a Saturday Night Ride, and this is what we're going to be doing right about now. Hakim Green, Channel Live in the building. Now, Hakim, you know, let's just start from the top. You know what I mean? You was introduced to the game with Blastmaster KRS-One.
The Blastmaster.
Yeah.
Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. One. Yes,
Shout out to Chris.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How did you guys link? How did he discover you? How did you guys, you know, created the Channel Live brand?
Wow, well, you know, knowledge reigns supreme. He was doing Human Education Against Lies, lecture tour, lecture series. And myself, I was a school teacher at the time, 1990. And I started an after-school program with some friends of mine called Act Now, African Children of Tomorrow Now.
Right.
Part of this program was taking these young folks to go see various lecturers, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, John Henry Clark, Ivan Van Sertima, KRS-One when he was going around Ramapo College, William Patterson College, Montclair State in Jersey. We would take these young students to go see these lecturers. Got to see Chris. Always had something to say at the lecture.
Yeah.
He got used to seeing my face. Came to Montclair State where me and Tuffy were students. Saw me in the back and was like, "Yo, I've been looking for you. I'm doing this lecture tour with Leonard Jeffries. I want you to open it up as a school teacher, somebody who's in the system who could talk about how, you know, education is, you know, positively and negatively affecting our students." So I did that for a while. He had no idea I had a demo, or me and Tuffy were a rap group. About a year and a half into knowing him, I hit him off with the demo. He gave me the call. I'm at D&D Studios. I need you and Tuffy to come through and drop these bars. And there it is. That jumped it off.
Listen, man. I mean, for the teacher to come grab you from doing what you do best, and that's giving educations to knowledge to people, you know what I mean? And then next you know you're in the D&D studio. I'm pretty sure at a young age that was like a dream come true for you.
First of all, I get the call from KRS-One, and I get it on the phone on the wall. With the cord.
With the spiral cord.
With the spiral cord, you know what I mean? The push button joint. You know, and I pick the phone up and I hear, "May I speak to Hakim Green?" This is knowledge reigns supreme. I'm sitting here at D&D studio. So it's the whole voice, this whole aura is like pouring through the phone.
Yeah.
I'm stand out. You know, I'm like his #1 fan. And she was amazing. You know, we boogied over to D&D, and it was like, you know, one after another. We got with Chris. We started doing, you know, the demo, doing shows, and then we got the opportunity to sign with Capitol Records. Big shout out to Malik Levy, who's actually, Chris shouts him out on the record. And, you know, it was like you rolling with, you know, one of the greatest to ever do it, the teacher, the blast master. You know, his impact, you know, his power as a battle MC, as a conscious MC, me being an educator.
Right.
And it made sense, and you know, it was one of the greatest things that happened in my life outside of getting married. Mind you, put that.
Of course.
Right.
And who came up with the name Channel Live? Because that's kind of unique. Back in the days, I remember growing up. Wow. I remember the backpackers, the hip hoppers. They was like, "Damn, that's a wicked name."
Yeah, KRS came up with the name Channel Live. Yeah. We were going through different names. We were Raw Seed. We were SOS, some other shit. we had the dreads, so we was the Dreadators.
Yeah.
We was the
Dreadators?
The Dreadators. Yeah, we was running around as the Dreadators for a second. The Smugglers, you know.
Jesus, all these names.
Well, Chris was like, nah, you know, we just ain't found that name yet. I need to pick a name. Let me pick the name.
Yeah.
So we sitting around, and he was like, what's something that everybody can relate to? The TV.
Yes.
So initially he came up with Station Identification as the name, but it was too long. That ended up the name of the album.
Gotcha.
So he was like, okay, let's keep it in the TV world. Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 3. What's on Channel 4? What's on Channel 5? What's on Channel Live? Channel Live. It's like, all right, sleep on it. And tomorrow, if you guys are okay with it, we'll run with Channel Live.
Right.
That's how it came in. That's how we did it.
Wicked.
Oh, yeah.
Channel Live, Hakim Green in the building.
Yeah.
And then your first hit single.
All we do
is Spark Madism.
Now, we had a song in the demo called The Blunt is on Fire.
Right.
The blunt is on fire. Quickly plaster lighter, let the Philly blunt burn.
Right.
Burn blunt. So in the song, you know, I'm a metaphor for weed.
Right.
Tuffy's a metaphor for the blunt.
Right.
And in the third verse is what happens when you put it together, you smoke it. So Chris is like, nah, man, y'all too educated. Y'all gonna go everybody head. It's too complicated. Y'all gotta bring it down to the street. Y'all gotta make it basic. So when we got the album, the deal, and we're in the studio recording the album, he was like, okay, let's do another weed record, but I'm gonna do this one with you.
Right.
And I'm gonna show you how to do this. He's like, so the episode starts as I walk down the block. He's like, you gotta talk to people where they at. You gotta walk them. 1, 2, 3, Channel 1, Channel 2. Now, when I wrote my verse, me and Tuffy was trying to be like, you know, smart asses and write something so corny that Chris would be like, you know what, just do it the way you want to do it. So I get to wake up in the morning, got the yearning for herb. That's halfway down my verse.
Right.
He was like, yo, you wildin'. You need to start your verse like that. I'm looking at him like, yo, you wildin', Chris, you bugging. Trust me. And we put the trust in the blast master, and obviously he was right. Yeah. All we do is spark Madism.
You gotta trust Chris. You gotta trust.
You gotta trust him.
The teacher.
Sometimes it's hard.
KRS-One.
Sometimes it's hard. But in the long run, he's more right than wrong.
Where's Tuffy?
Tuffy's chilling. Tuffy's in LA.
Right.
He works in music publishing for a wonderful company called Peer Music Group.
Right.
And he's doing his thing.
And a lot of people don't give props to KRS-One. He's the one that produced that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Scratches and everything on the SP1200.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what, man? Let's just go ahead and remind everybody. And if everybody loved this song, let's go ahead and play your favorite song, Madism, Channel Live. Yeah, featuring KRS-One right here on the Saturday Night Ride with your boy DJ Epps.
Yeah.
The Saturday Night Ride, world famous DJ Epps, LL Cool J, Rock the Bells Radio. It's your boy DJ Epps. Yeah, world famous, best DJ in the world. Yeah, I could say that, and I just did. And what? And I'm pretty sure my guest Hakim Green can agree.
I can co-sign that fact right there. For sure.
Hakim, we just finished playing Culture Freedom. This joint. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, Culture Freedom featuring CeeLo Green and Freeway. You know, two of my favorite artists ever. Two of my favorite people ever. produced by Ron Lawrence. I got G Simone, KRS-One's wife,
Right.
on that joint.
Right.
And
Simone, what up?
Simone. You know, so that song is like, the album itself is Aubrey, produced by Ron Lawrence.
Right.
It represents what hip hop did to me when I first touched down with it. We talking about late 70s, early 80s, right? So Culture Freedom as a song is the embodiment of that experience.
Right.
You know, like just where we were at, myself coming from New Jersey, CeeLo coming from Atlanta, Freeway coming from Philly, what we were into, what we were listening to, what the fashion and styles was like, what impacted us. That's what that song is about, culture freedom. Hip hop represents that. That's us, you know, as a culture, living freely, being able to do everything from rock this mic to make money with each other,
Right.
to educate
Right.
each other.
Right.
Like, it's culture, it's the whole thing, not just rapping, not just breaking, not just DJing, not just graffiti, but that and everything we do as a community, culture freedom.
Right. That's what's up, man. Shout out to my dog Freeway.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
It's one of the best, bro.
So, you know, Channel Live is done making this move. First album, great. Linked up with KRS-One, great. But the second album, man, you know, how did that come about with Flavor Unit?
Yeah. Well, you know, going through some of the experiences that a lot of other artists go through, Capitol, you know, had to make some changes. We went to EMI. They had to make some changes. We ended up getting dropped. And then some time later, you know, big shout out to Hakim and Queen Latifah. They felt we were doing what we were trying to come with. We started a brand, a company called IBC, Illegal Broadcasters. And we created this album called Arm a Ghetto. Big shout out to Mike City, who did a lot of the production on that. And that project itself was a launching pad for Mike City as a producer. Carl Thomas is on that album. You know, and that's how the Carl Thomas Mike City connection happened, which I wish I never met her. That was like the big song that came out of that relationship.
Right.
But then that project was also the launching pad for, you know, one of the best video directors to ever do it, and that's Benny Boom.
Right.
We had a single, our first single, Wild Out 2K, was Benny's first video as a video director. Now, what a lot of people don't know about Benny is that he was a member of Channel Live for a while.
No
and
way.
He's rapping on that Armageddon album.
And that was my next question. And it was like, what was the connection between you and Benny Boom?
Yeah,
like, how did that happen? It's because of that?
Well, me and Benny met in a freestyle in a cypher back in like the
Benny was killing it on the bars like that?
Yeah. We met in a cypher. That's how we met. We met battling. And then years later, Madism single dropped. I ran into him in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And me and him started running the streets thick and thin. And then, you know, we started getting him in the studio, doing music with him, doing shows with him. And he was like, you know, officially, unofficially, the third member of Channel Live.
Right.
So when we got to deal with Flavor Unit, and it was time to do the video, I was like, Hakim, my man Benny's been doing videos for the last 5-6 years with Hype, Lil X, you know, all the greats.
Yeah.
He's got what it takes, you know, give him a shot. And they agreed and gave him a shot, and then boom.
Benny Boom.
Benny Boom. No
That's
doubt, no
what's
doubt,
up,
no
man.
doubt.
Going back to Madism, man, you know, we have a lot of weed songs out there.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
when I say a lot, man, and
Classics.
they're all great. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's
Stone is
Loonies.
the way
I
to
got
walk.
5 on
Yeah.
it. How High with Meth and Red.
Red and Meth. Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill, Hit
Yeah.
from the Bomb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Styles P. I get high.
High.
You know what I mean?
High. I get high. High.
Yeah, listen, all of them great. Like,
yeah.
you know, you could smoke 3, 4, 5 blunts and listen to all of those joints and
Not
just be in
anymore,
a
but,
zone.
yeah.
Well, I don't smoke no more, but I remember those days. But Madism, when it came out, it was just a different type of weed song. Like, just like you said earlier, when you said your verse, when you started your verse, I wake up in the morning, you know what I mean?
The yearning for herb.
Like, I think everybody really, really understood where you was coming from and how you built that vision for them.
Oh, yeah.
And how I think that myself was the most underground, best weed song.
Salute.
You know what I mean? Out of all of them.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
You know what I mean? The big shout out to the Blast Master once again. Nordy Cotto, who was the mixing engineer. D&D Studios, you know, that room, the premiere room, is what produced that record, that song. Just the aura, the essence of 90s hip hop. You know, we had some Hawaiian on the turntable as he's drumming up the SB 1200, trying to pick the right drum loop. When we went down to into the stage by Smith and Wesson, I Got You Open.
Right.
All we do is spark Madism. Big shout out to Buckshot.
Yeah.
Like just that energy of 90s underground backpack hip hop is all in that record. And Chris wanted us to talk directly to the people. So Wake Up in the Morning got the yearning for herb, coming up in the 90s and on. A lot of us, we wake up burning.
Right.
That's how we know. We start our day, we go through our day, we end our day.
Right.
Burning. So saying that, just immediately everybody could relate to it.
Did you get reckless at any time when you was just smoking back in the days? Did you?
Man, plenty of times. I overdid it. Matter of fact, on South Beach, how can I be down? I was overdoing it. It's crazy. No
How
doubt.
can I be down in Miami? I think every hip hop artist came out here, got a little
Collins
reckless.
was smoky. and see, later on, I became a big weed because I always had the Madism.
Right.
I show up in the party, I show up at these label offices, and they looking at me like, yo, dude, I know you got the ism. I know you got the ism.
Yeah.
So, I had to, add that to my, my portfolio.
Right.
I always had the herb. I always kept the herb. And
Right.
that actually, on the business side, opened up some doors for me. We got Method Man on the album because I was his herb dealer.
Bro, what?
Big shout out to Kevin Lyles for giving him some love on
Yo,
that.
son.
Yo, I'm telling you. I met Lil Wayne hustling weed. And in those interactions with Wayne, he would confide in me about, first of all, his love for hip hop, his love for lyricism.
Right.
His love, he just wanted to be appreciated by New York hip hop, and he made it, a goal of his to make everybody bow down. I think he succeeded.
No, he definitely
Right.
succeeded.
So in one of these sessions, I'm like, yo, you ever think about naming your album like The Carter? He's like, The Carter? Why The Carter?
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you gave him that idea?
Well, I think his parents gave him the name
Of course.
Carter, but
Yeah.
I gave him the idea because Cash Money Records in New Jack City,
Wow.
it was Cash Money Brothers.
Wow.
They sold all the work out to Carter.
Yeah.
Right? So when I explained that to him, of course he knew what it was. It resonated with him. He was like, yo, Keem, I think you wanted something.
Right.
I think 6 albums later,
Right.
The Carter.
Wow. That's
it
what's
stuck.
up, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, let's play something off the Carter, man. Let's show
Cool,
Lil
let's
Wayne
go.
some love right quick. You know what I mean? DJ Epps, I got Hakim Green from Legendary Channel Live in the building on the
Shit.
Saturday Night Ride. Riding shotgun with your boy.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure and it's an honor, man. Hakim, hold tight, man. Let me play something right quick.
Let's go.
The Saturday Night Ride, world famous DJ Epps right here on LL Cool J Rock the Bells Radio. I got my man Hakim Green in the building.
Know it.
Channel Live.
Shit.
You know what it is.
Uh-huh.
I just finished playing Reckless. That joint's crazy. Talk to me about that record.
Reckless. Reckless is based off a real life story, a true story about a brother deep in the heart of Brooklyn who was reckless. And, he had a summer run. He had a nice hot run for the summer.
Right.
Where he was just terrorizing Brooklyn.
Right.
And life doesn't always go right when you live in reckless. And, unfortunately, the brother lost his life being reckless. And, I just wanted to create something that talked to our young brothers in the street and young sisters too.
Right.
That there's consequences for your actions, that, a lot of times we're doing things based on how we're coming up and how we see things, but trust me when I tell you, violence just begets violence, and a reckless lifestyle doesn't sustain itself. So that's what Reckless is all about. It's really a song born out of the love for young people and wanting me to see them succeed, thrive. You know what I mean? Don't be reckless.
Right. You're coming from up top all the way to Miami. That was a big jump for you.
Yeah.
A lot of artists tend to do that. What was your reason of leaving New York City?
I was addicted to New York City. The energy in New York, it's addictive. There's a vibe. There's just a certain thing about New York, but addictions aren't good.
No.
In any sense.
Right.
Moderation is key.
Right.
And when I got a chance to pull myself out of New York for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and then went back to New York, I realized that lifestyle wasn't for me anymore.
Right.
I wanted to come to somewhere where I could be more at peace with myself. Of course, the weather in Miami is just it's nothing like it outside of California, but I like the Miami feel a lot better. And Miami got the real hip hop. There's a lot of cats like yourself down here that's living the culture for real, for real. It ain't faking it. It's not, the commercial side of things or what's popping. So it's not an essence, the culture. You got like big shout out to Path, preserving, archiving, and teaching hip hop.
Shout my man Seth.
Seth, exactly.
Yeah.
Brimstone, Natalie.
Right.
They do a great job in nurturing, the younger generations and the culture of hip hop. I needed to be around that. Of course, we got Winwood, Art Basel. There's Art 360, 24/7, 365 down here.
Let's also give a big shout to Mecca, aka Grimo.
Oh, Grimo, Mecca, Grimo. You know what I'm saying? Come on, my peoples.
We them Zoes.
That's right, we them Zoes.
Booger.
Booger, no doubt. Stitches. You know what I'm saying? Of course.
Grimas,
you know what I'm saying?
what up?
Mecca. You know what I mean? So. I got this album called Madism, Who Want This Smoke, that I dropped in 2020 as a 25th anniversary celebration of Madism. A whole album compilation, and I got this joint called Zoism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that right there.
I got this joint called Zoism, and we got, Grimas, Mecca, Stitches on there. We got a bunch of other, MCs from down here that's doing their thing, representing Madism culture. So to be embraced by family down here means a whole hell of a lot to me, yo.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
What's 24 Hours of Peace?
Man, so again, I was a former educator, activist, that's how I came up through my late teenage, early 20s, just being committed to servicing the people. Hip-hop as a culture allows us to do that, but sometimes we get removed from it. Myself, I got removed and had to put myself back in it. So in 2010, when I went back up top, I got with an old friend of mine who was the South Ward councilman for the city of Newark, New Jersey, Roz Baraka, who is now the current mayor. And just using hip-hop as a tool, coming up under the tutelage of KRS-One, of course, understanding that hip-hop is not what we do, it's how we do it. I said, let's put the hip to this activism, the hip-hop to this activism, and create something that resonates. I touched down with Midi Baraka, who's the co-founder of 24 Hours of Peace. That's the company, 24 Hours of Peace, Inc. And the annual festival is 24 Hours of Peace in Newark, New Jersey. We've been doing it every year since 2010. It's a 24-hour peace festival. We go Friday from 6 p.m. to Saturday to 6 p.m. Straight through 24 hours. We've had everybody from Kane, Hakim, Fat Joe, Fabio Foreign, G Herbo, Too Rare, Fabulous, Mr. C comes out almost every year, KRS-One, Jadakiss, Beanie Siegel, Freeway, Smith & Wesson, Evil D, Mr. Walt, Juice Crew, everybody's touched down with 24 hours. So yeah, that's what 24 Hours of Peace is.
That is dope.
Peace, love, unity, safely having fun.
There you go. There you go. What about the Aubrey album, man?
Aubrey album. Again, Ron Lawrence, big shout out to my big brother who's, hip hop day one, came up with some legends, and Herbie Azor, and saw Salt and Pepper, and saw Kid and Play get formed, and he produced for Biggie, Hypnotize, Faith, he's got Mary, he's got LL, Phenomenon, no doubt. One of the legendary hip hoppers touched down with him, said let's create something for the culture. That is Aubrey. That's our offering to celebrating hip-hop culture. We started in 2019, not realizing we were coming up on the 50th anniversary. But then, by the time we finished the project and got it pushing, it's the 50th anniversary. It's right on time. So this album got, of course, Freeway. We got CeeLo Green on there. We got Carl Thomas. We got KRS-One on there, Malik Youssef. Amiri Baraka Jr., Do It All Kelly from Lords of the Underground, who's the West Ward councilman in the city of Newark, New Jersey. Hip-hop isn't what you do, it's how you do it.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And
10 joints.
You, on the cover, your face has not changed. Look at that, look at the glass. Oh, yo, pull that up for me, pull that up. There we go. Look at Hakim.
Yeah, that's me out the womb right there.
Hakim Green, Channel Live in the building, man. Let me break this stolen art right quick, and we're going to come back with more right here on SiriusXM, Channel 43, LL Cool J, Rock the Bell Radio with your boy DJ Epps.
Art.
Yeah, DJ Epps, LL Cool J, Rock the Bell, SiriusXM. It's the Saturday Night Ride. Riding shotgun is Hakim Green, Channel Live, my guy, great friend, great artist.
My dude.
Yo, Hakim, before we get up out of here, you got something popping online. I noticed with KG from Naughty by Nature.
Right.
Talk to me about that. Is that Madism Sports?
Madism Sports.
Yes,
so in
yes.
2015, which was the 20th anniversary of Madism, I launched it as a brand, started a company, Madism Inc. And in branding the company, sports is always, on our mind, what's happening in the world of the NBA, NFL,
Right.
and you get these, especially during the pandemic. I was doing conference calls talking about sports, and it was like, let's start a show,
Right.
And the homie KG, we go back to grade school. I saw Naughty by Nature get formed as the new style. I used to dance for them as the new style.
Really?
Oh yeah, we go back. See, I was
Yo,
born.
you was one of those?
Oh yeah, I was
in
getting
the middle?
My school been
the
scrapped,
club?
my AIU. Yeah, all that. I'm telling you, I was with Nick. What? Dancing,
Did you do any flips?
flips, all that, backspins. I was nice with it. But I'm a Jersey guy, so house music is. I do that loft dancing but
Yeah.
Anywhere there's a cipher, I'm doing something, busting some bars, or, getting on the floor, cutting the rug. I'm getting it in. So yeah, but in terms of Madism Sports, every Tuesday, we're talking about the NFL,
Yeah.
NBA, IG, YouTube, and Facebook.
Right.
Check madism.info, Madism on YouTube.
Dope.
Yeah.
You also got another show that I recently been on, and I was very, I don't want to say I was impressed, but you do a great job at anything and everything you do. But
Thank you, sir.
I just love the topic. I love the way you guys speak upon things on your interviews, and that's old school, new school rules.
Old school, new school rules, OSNSR. Again, big shout out to Ron Lawrence, who's my co-host.
Ron, what up, boy?
The big brother, you know what I'm saying? You talking about official hip hop. There he is in the flesh. And big shout out to Vita, who's our producer, helping us put things together. And
Hey, Vita.
hey, what's up, Vita? So old school, new school rules is just that. We got the old school and how we did things or
Right.
do things.
Right.
We have the new school, how they're doing things and how they're creating things.
Right.
And then there's the bridge between the two.
Right.
So the conversations revolve around the old school way
Right.
versus the new school way, and trying to educate each other, trying to, bring the community, the culture of hip hop together.
Right.
OSNSR, old school, new school rules.
Right.
Old school, new school need to learn though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Explain to everybody, because you know me, very well. Explain to everybody your vision of me representing old school and new school.
Man, it's not even a vision. It's an actuality. It's the real deal. You see it, you hear it every Saturday on the Saturday Night Ride, how he gets it in. But he's also online every day, breaking new acts, giving older acts a life, and introducing older acts to younger people. Like, it's not a vision. I see you do it every single day in your walk, connecting the culture. And that's so important. I salute you for doing that. Yeah, it's one of the great things about you is that it's not a old school thing or a new school thing. No, it's a us thing. It's a hip hop thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Recently, I was watching an interview, or I was watching the Joe Budden show. I was watching the back and forth with Kai and Joe Budden. I don't know if you caught on to that.
I seen a little bit of it, yeah.
And one thing I don't like, and I'm not bashing none of them, but you got Kai on one side calling people old heads, and then you got Joe Buttons on the other side calling them fuckity fucks, the young ones. And I don't think that's cool on both ends. You know what I mean? I think, we are all one. We are here for that culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is the disconnect to them, the new school and the old school? What is the disconnect? Why is Joe's always dissing the young ones? Why is the young ones always calling the guys old heads and whatnot?
All right, so I got this joint called Old School Heads. I embrace it. I totally embrace it.
Don't tell me you fell into this.
Yeah. I'm an old school head with old school ways. On the straight and narrow, I don't go to way. Anyway, so it's just, how we came up. That's what we're used to. That's
right.
That's what we know. And there's certain rules, certain lessons that we learned as old heads
Right.
that are always applicable. It's
Right.
not an old school, new school thing. It's just life lessons that you learn.
Right.
And one of the life lessons is, if you're lucky, everybody gets old. Right. And how you treat the ones that came before you, you're going to get treated 5 times, 10 times worse by the ones coming up after you.
Right.
Now, a lot of, our, it's hypocritical for us to push back on the young people because there was artists in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 60s that, what's up with this new hip hop thing? We don't get it. We don't understand. Right. So, and we had to fight and make our way and create space for us to survive. And we need to be able to share those lessons of overcoming obstacles with the younger people.
Right.
But if they're not willing to hear it
or learn it,
they're not going to get it. But then there's things that are going on in this new world that, as older people, if we don't keep up and we don't listen to them, we going to be over a lot sooner than we would if we was listening a little bit more. So
absolutely,
we just got to open up those channels of communication and not be so negative. Big shout out to Joe Buttons. But I remember when he first came in, a lot of the older 90s artists wasn't as accepting to him as, he had to kind of earn his stripes. There was some pushback. I don't want to detail any specific situations, but we know when he was reckless and calling people out, and he wasn't in his lane and things happened and whatever. But salute to Joe Buttons because he's taken that lesson, flipped it on his head, and now he's so much bigger. I'm not going to say because of it, but in hindsight, he's way bigger than that situation.
Right. Well, we salute Joe Button. We salute Kai. All y'all young heads, I appreciate y'all calling me the young OG, still keeping the bridge there. You know what I mean? Hakim, man, thank you for coming by the show today, man. Hakim,
I got these bars though.
Oh no, we gonna do a live performance right quick.
I got these bars.
No, we got this live performance we gonna do right quick.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody's been asking for it, so it's only right we do it. We gonna make it happen. So let's get that popping, man. But we appreciate you coming by the Saturday Night Ride, riding shotgun with your boy DJ Epps. Anything else you want to promote before you get up out of here?
Oh man, just my social media, Hakim Green, HAKIMGREEN. Also check out for madism.info on IG and Facebook, and check out for 24 Hours of Peace, 24 HRS of Peace. Also at OSNSR, Old School, New School Rules.
There you go, man. Hakim, thank you for coming by the Saturday Night Ride. SiriusXM, LL Rock the Bells Radio.
Yeah.
This is your home, my home. You already know.
My
Anything
dude.
you need, we got you.
The real hip hop is over here.
And all we do is spark Madism.
Let these mother... No!
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
You know what it is. Let's go!
Yeah.